Hello everyone and welcome back to Wolf Quest. My name is Ash and today we're going to be jumping into the first episode of our Northern Lights Pack Legacy with Aurora here. This is our beautiful wolf. I'll give you guys a look at her. We'll modify wolf. So this is Aurora. We created her in the last video. Of course she's a female, but her coat type is half black. But she's got that really light gray head and the white along her legs. She's very pretty, and she's got beautiful green eyes. She is genetically a black-coated wolf. She's got, of course, her beautiful green eyes. Gorgeous. Very unique. Her howls, we have her primary howl is number 10. This is her primary. So cute. Very soft, kind of very delicate sounding, and then her secondary howl is a little different than her primary, but I do kind of like the difference. It's number 28. It's a little deeper, it's a lot shorter, so if we do need to get our mate or our pack mates to us quickly, it's a short, simple howl to get them all to come over. So that's the one we're gonna go with. We've got her ears, so she does have a bent right ear. A little bit of a crook in it. Not too noticeable, but is there. For most of this, I've left her cheek ruff very thick. Her tail's quite fluffy. Not overly fluffy, but still fluffy enough. I'm gonna leave the radio collar off of her. I'm gonna see if maybe down the line in other generations one of our pups might end up with a radio collar, but for now I'm gonna leave it off of her. Then we've got her attributes. So I decided to go with a +1 to health, considering we're playing on challenging, but I do want her to have a boost to the health. I feel like health is very important. And then of course her speed is just regular. She's just a regular speedy gal. Nothing extraordinary. And then we've got stamina, which is a -1. I decided to take the point from stamina and move it into the health, just because I think obviously the health is going to be more important. So we'll take the decrease to stamina for now, and maybe down the road we'll be able to level that out a little bit with her birthday attributes and things we can add. And then her strength is of course 0 as well, so she's an average strength. Average strength. Stamina's a little lacking, average speed, and her health is very good. And then of course we've got her bio. So Aurora has dispersed from her birth pack and has set off in search of a mate to begin her legacy with. And of course we have our spirit quest, which is to be announced. We're going to be doing that in this video, right? Actually, we're going to be doing that right now in a moment. But for now, her personality, she's a little bit more cautious than bold. She's not overly cautious, but she is cautious. And then we have her social. She's very social wolf, way more social than a loner. And then her lazy and energetic, we've left her kind of in the center, a little bit more towards the lazy side, but not extremely lazy. And then of course we have Iron Wolf on as well, because we are going to be playing on Iron Wolf. So let's see, I set up a spinning wheel. Let me bring it up here. Just give me one moment. Here we are. Okay. And let's scroll it down a bit so we can see all of the things. So I've put all of our spirit quests into this wheel to see what we're gonna get. And this is the wheel we will use when we roll for a next generation or a new heir. We will use this wheel. So let's see what we're gonna get. We're gonna spin the wheel, and we'll see what's gonna happen. We'll see what her fate is gonna be. I hope it's not going to be too crazy to start out with, but you know, I don't mind a challenge. So let's see what happens. Get these out of the way because these are annoying. There we go. Let's go. I'm very nervous. Oof. Oh, we got denless for our first quest. Our first spirit quest for the Northern Lights pack is gonna be denless, which is not at all an easy spirit quest to accomplish, especially for her 8-year reign. We have to do this for 8 years. So, let me see if I find denless. So denless is number 26. So this is no using any dens after the pups are born. So we must use tall grass and move them around with you and your mate. That is going to be... it's going to be very interesting. I've never done anything like that before. So this will be a first time experience for me. So of course, to progress to through each year, we will have to take a den, but then once we have our pups, we will move the den and we will just stick to the grasses and we'll move them around. So I'm gonna say that potentially Miss Aurora here is very overprotective maybe, and a little nervous because she's kind of a cautious wolf. She's a little nervous about leaving her pups behind in dens, so she's opted now to keep them with her at all costs and just keep them in the grass. And let's see how that works out for her. So let me just type this in here as for her spirit quest. Let's see here. Okay. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we rolled that for our first quest, our first spirit quest of the Northern Lights pack, and it is not an easy one, that's for sure. No using any dens after the pups are born. Must use tall grass and move them around the territory with us. Okay. That is going to be a very challenging thing to do, but I'm looking into it. I want a challenge, so let's save this. Don't want to forget to save that. There we go. Okay. Oh, Aurora. Honey. This is this is going to be something. Alright, so let's start new game with Aurora. We're going to be playing on, of course, single player. Now, what map do we want to do? I think I'm going to stick to Towerfall, because that's the newer map, and I am interested to see what that map's all about. I am interested to see. We're going to find a mate. We'll leave permadeath on. We're on challenging. Now let's see, Towerfall. Do we want Specimen Ridge? We have Lost Creek, and we have High Road, and then no vacancy, but we're not going to do that one because that's a little too much. So we're going to pick this one here. You would be able to get quite a lot of territory, like thicker chunks of territory in here, so it might be easier to carve out territory from this area. Specimen Ridge isn't terrible. We could carve out some good territory up along here, or even down here if we wanted to. Lost Creek is a little thin. I don't think we're gonna do that one. It's a little bit too... it's very long. Specimen Ridge or High Road. So we have Grand Loop Road or Specimen Ridge. We have Antelope Creek up there. I can't tell what that says. Something Creek. But we could carve out an area through Antelope Creek if we choose this one. I think we're going to go ahead with Specimen Ridge. I think we will. We'll stick with Specimen Ridge for now, and that'll be our territory area. We have pup RNG deaths are on, and we have critical hits that are on for NPC adult wolves, so that'll be fun, because I know that that's new. That's new, so. Alright, Aurora. let's get into it. Let's go! So everybody grab your fuzzy blankets, grab a nice warm drink. I got my tea here. And we're gonna jump in to Aurora's new life. And see who she finds for her mate. We'll see what kind of wolf she's interested in. But first things first, we'll have to, of course, hunt the elk that are going to be here. So you are a gray wolf born in the northern range of Yellowstone National Park. You learn the ways of the wolf in your birth pack. Now that you are 2 years old, it's time to venture out on your own to find a home and start a family of your own. All right, Aurora. Oh my goodness. Learn to hunt as a new arrival here on the hills and valleys south of Towerfall. You must learn how to hunt the prey animals here, mostly elk, but also mule deer and moose. You'll have to become a good hunter before you can persuade another wolf to become your mate. I'm going to read through the tutorials just because I do enjoy reading them. I won't do it for every single time, but I'll do it for this first time when we're first starting out for this first year, and then after that, we'll skip the tutorials. We don't need to read it every time. So we have to complete this quest by killing 2 elk. You'll find elk herds in the highlands to the north and south. Later in the fall, they'll move down to lower elevations. Alright, I do love how the elk have migratory. They migrate now. I absolutely love that. That makes things so much more realistic and a lot harder, because they're not as easy to find. What is going on down here? Are those pronghorn? I thought those might have been elk, but those were pronghorn, I think. Oh no, there was elk. I was not. My eyes did not deceive me. Who was chasing them? Firehole Canyon. That's a crazy name. 1210F. That's a female. We don't want to deal with a female. We do not want to deal with that. Where did they go? They went down here. Well, let's see. We found the elk right away, so let's, I guess, see where this will take us and see if we can get our first hunt under our belt. Where are we? We're up here by Specimen Ridge, and that's Quartz Creek. That's the one I couldn't see earlier, Quartz Creek. And then Antelope Creek. This would be a nice little area to establish ourselves in, I think. A lot of hills, though, which could prove a challenge. Especially because we have to move our pups around with us. Oh, Aurora. You're a little overprotective, love. I mean, could be a good thing, could be a really, really, really bad thing. But I guess we're gonna see. Hello, friends. Long time no see, huh? Let's go. Let's get these guys. See if we can get them to run. There's a little creek down there, so do we want to make them run? We can make them run this way. If we can make them run up, that would be ideal. See if we can herd them around. Hi, don't run into me, that's rude. I think we're gonna try, unless we can find a really weak adult elk, I think we're gonna try to go for a baby. Because the babies are running with the herd now, but they are gonna be easier for us to get. Well, that one's just coming out of nowhere. Alright, I think you're gonna be our first target. Let's see. No, you're pretty healthy. I don't think we want to go for you. You're pretty healthy. We need a weaker one. Looking for heads that are up. See if anybody falls. See what you're at. You're not a bad option. Don't want to get kicked, though. That's one thing we do not want. But you're pretty healthy as well. I think that second one that we bit might be the best option. I think it was this one here. They were the lowest so far, but there's probably a few more in the herd that we have yet to nibble at. Okay, let's see if we can get them to go up, but we're gonna just chase them a little bit because we want to wear them out a bit and see if anybody falls. There's one. You're a full elk, though. I don't know if we want to do that. But little nibbles. See, that's still the cow elk calf. The cow elk, the elf calf. That one's still a good option. But there's a few more in the herd that we have yet to nibble. So So let me nibble. This one has its head very high, so I'm wondering if maybe... Yeah. You are the weak one. Okay, that's gonna be our target. I know, Mama, I'm sorry, but I do need to eat. Just be greedy for a minute and get a third bite in there. That was good. Hi. I know. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, you know? Okay, they're running back to the herd. Let's grab it by the neck, get a neck bite in there. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Be greedy a little bit. She was a little bit too far away to get to us quick enough. Get the neck bite. There we go. Nicely done, Aurora. Nicely done, girl. That was very, very good. That was a very successful first hunt. Let's fill our bellies, and then we'll give a little howl to mark our carcass. Alright, this area is very beautiful. Very different trees. There's a lot of open space as well. Doesn't seem like the forests are that dense up here. Or maybe this is just the area that we're currently in. If we hide the territories... Yeah, I feel like a lot of this is going to be open. Though some forest is here, it looks like. But most of the forested area is here and up here by Lost Creek. But we don't have access to that unless we eventually, over time, take that territory for ourselves. Let's give a howl. These birds really want a piece, huh? Okay, well, let's take a chunk. Let's see if we can get a big chunk. Ooh, that's a nice chunk. That's a good one. That's a good chunk. We're gonna head up, and we don't want to go too far from it, because we do want to go back and eat more from it. But we can go up here to these trees. And kind of, we'll lie down, we'll put our food down, and we'll take a little nap. Sprawl out a little bit. She's just watching the elk down there in the valley. This map is gorgeous though. Wow, it's very pretty. She's just chilling. Look at the birds, the eagles, everybody's eating our carcass. Look at those gorgeous green eyes though. Gosh, she's very pretty. Alright, let's take a nap. We have a full belly. We are ready for a nap. Ooh, it's nighttime now. Alright, that's a cougar. Good thing I took a meat chunk. We don't have to fight this cougar off just yet. We have a meat chunk we can eat from. Alright, I feel like Aurora would be curious about that guy, but not interested in approaching right now, especially because she doesn't really have to. Let's give ourselves a howl and see what's around us. See what's going on. Anything? Anything? Nobody howled back to us, huh? That's surprising. Nothing. That's interesting. I didn't think that could happen, but I guess it can. Nobody's active right now, I guess. Everybody is just sleeping. Alright, I guess we'll sleep a little longer. We'll wait till a little later into the night, and we'll go down to that river down there, I think, and take a drink. Get our stamina up a bit. And then we're gonna try to do another elk hunt. Ooh, those are bears now. And Mama Bear. I think she has one cub. We'll go take a closer look. But luckily we don't have to fight them off a carcass right now because we don't need the carcass. But I am curious to see this Mama Bear. Oh, and the baby bear. Look at them. Hello. Alright, well, we'll leave you to it. We don't want any trouble. We're gonna head down here to this little stream and get a drink of water. Do we smell any elk? I think the elk have moved on. Which is fine. We will go exploring and see if we can find the elk herd. If we can't, we'll sleep another night and wait until the morning, and then we'll go in search of some elk. Ooh, there's a bison. The bison herds too, I've heard, are all different now. They have like big herds with babies. They have a lot more personality now than what they did before. And there's old bison too that you can eat, and you can actually kill them with your wolf pack if you have a large enough pack. Are you an old bison, I wonder? No, you look pretty you look pretty healthy. Yeah, you look pretty healthy. He's probably a male. Some old bull bison. He is an old bull bison. His ribs aren't sticking out though. I heard that's a trait that some of them have, but maybe not all of them. Okay, let's get a drink. Splish splash in the water a little bit. Let's cross over. Now let's give a howl now and see if anybody's awake. I hope there's wolves here, because otherwise we might be in trouble, Aurora. There we go. That's a female, I'm pretty sure, because that's a gray. That's a gray icon, that's not a white. Nobody with hearts, though. We might have a hard time finding a mate here. Maybe this is not really the area to look for a mate, but we are going to try. Maybe we'll have to look at rival packs and stuff to see if we can find a dispersal male. Because I'm not hearing any of them howling back to us. There's no white marks with red hearts above their heads. Just a lot of females that we do not want to deal with. Are we smelling any? What are you? Male dispersal wolves from Fawn. What is that? Fawn Pass? Fawn Pass pack. Okay, maybe we'll follow that scent a little bit and see if we can find them. Just take a look at them. I know we can't take anybody yet. We can't work our swab and our magic on anybody yet, but I would like to take a look at them. Let's be careful down here, Aurora. Okay. Is this coming from this way? Male dispersals. Oh, there's female dispersals with them too, though. That might not be good. Gibbon Falls pack females. Let's take another little drink. This is beautiful. The water texture? That's so pretty. Can we... Ooh, ooh, the current. That current is strong, girl. Oh, we're gonna go into the rock. We're gonna float into the rock. Okay, here we go. Alright. Anybody? I think they're just up here. Those are the females. The males are over here. These are the male scents. I am concerned about the females, but being as Aurora is not an overly cautious wolf. She's cautious, but she's not overly cautious. We're going to try to investigate and see if we can find these males and at least see them. Catch a glimpse, if you will, of these males. They are difficult to find. My gosh. Where are you guys? Okay, here we go. What is this? This is the female. Oh. This is the female gibbons pack. That silly thing's been popping up a lot lately. It's so annoying. Female gibbons? No. We don't want female. We want male. And it's probably going to pop up again for a warning. It usually comes up twice. Male fawn pass. Okay, they're this way. But they're with the females. They might be courting these females, potentially. Trying to catch a glimpse of these 10 minutes ago. Okay, they're around here somewhere. Okay, there's one. Is that the female, though? I don't know. That's a gibbons female. We don't want that. She doesn't seem to want to attack us right now, so that's good. She's a very pretty red color, though. Male fawn pass. He went this way. He left a while ago. 2 hours and 20 minutes ago. There it is. I knew it would come up again. There we go. Male fawn. God, you guys are very difficult to find. There is a lot of hills around here, which is going to be challenging to carve out territory. And to do hunts later in the year as well. Okay, pronghorn. Okay. Hi, Moose. I don't want your baby. It's fine. I'm looking for these males that are proving to be very difficult to find. I just want to see them. And there's another female following them as well. I think the males are closer. I think they're only 30 minutes. They're following this other female, though. It looks like. There you guys are. My goodness. You guys the males? Yes. Okay, so we have an 804M and 1206M. Oh, he's already trying to court us. We can't quite yet, my friend, but you're very friendly. I do appreciate it. He's very pretty. He's kind of he's a black-coated wolf, but he's got a very deep red tint to his coat, which I really like. And he's got white around his face and his belly. He's cute. And then this guy he's a little bit more, he looks like a little bit more cautious and nervous. But he's a gray wolf, and he's got that reddish brown sandy kind of coat. Really pretty. You're very pretty. You've got white legs like us. It looked like she just rolled her eyes. She's like, ugh, males. Okay, well, we'll go and we'll sleep for a little bit, and then we're gonna go and track down these elk and do another hunt. But but we should probably name them maybe so we know who they are. We can always change the names later, but if you guys leave some suggestions down in the comment section below, we can name them again later. But for now, we'll do 804M was the gray one, so let's name him... Let's name him Timber, maybe? And then 1206M was the black-coated wolf. Maybe we'll name him Cole for now. So we have Timber and Cole that we've met so far. Okay. I am going to name the dispersals that we meet, just so that way, if they do end up taking over packs in, like on this map, if they end up taking over packs, becoming pack leaders, creating their own pack, whatever it may be, but we'll be able to see them with their names and we'll know who they are, which I think is really cool. Ooh, the heck was that? That looked like a bird flying over us. It's like an eagle's shadow. That was quite spooky. Let's sleep here, right near this. Look at that! Look at that! Wait a minute! Look at that! That's so cool. Look at the babies! Oh my god, I can't wait till we have a large enough pack where we can actually do a bison hunt. Oh my god, that's gonna be so cool. They do not want anything to do with us. It's okay, we're not gonna bother you guys. You would literally one-shot kick us in the face and we'd probably die, so we're not gonna touch that right now. But that is so cool. Oh my gosh. Alright. Our girl's gonna curl up here and go for a little nap. And then we're gonna look for that elk herd. But yes, what I was saying is I'm going to name the dispersals that we come across, females and males. We'll try to name them all so that way we can see if they end up being a rival pack eventually. And then for the rival packs, I think what I'm gonna do is just name the leaders so that during raids or rival disputes or whatever, we'll be able to see which ones are the leaders and if those are the ones we want to try to go for. I'm not going to name the entire pack because then there'll just be a lot of names all over the screen and it might get a little too much. But we will be naming the pack leaders of the rival packs. So that way they're easier to spot and single out. Oh! A buck mule deer carcass. We could get a free snack on our... fill up our belly and then continue. I'm smelling elk as well, which is perfect. And there's a den scent as well. Oh my goodness, I didn't even see them. Where did the den scent go? I'm interested in the den scent. Coming from this general direction. Let's go see if we can find this den. And then, hello. Oh, that's a moose. Hi. Hi, we're not gonna bother you, ma'am. It's fine. Let's go see if we can find this den, and then we'll continue tracking the elk. Oh, this is so cute. Cute. I know we're not going to be using dens, but I've never seen any of the dens here. So that's very unique. That's really cute. And that is right over here. Just above where the ponds are, but that's in petrified tree pack territory. So those are the... I forgot to I forgot to read out the names of these rival packs that we're going to have to deal with when we first start out here. So we have Petrified Tree, who is the red. We have Bannock Ford, which is the blue. That's an interesting name. Bannock Ford pack. And we have the Agate Creek. Agate? I'm gonna call it A gate? Agate? Agate! It's probably Agate. It's Agate Creek. That are the green. Well, that's interesting. Okay, back to the elk. Let's get this second hunt in. Are they this way? They seem like they're this way. It's very open, so it's gonna be, I think, easier to spot prey, which will be nice. We are in stranger territory. But it's a very weak hex. We should be okay. We're just passing through, really. We got another stranger wolf scent. Is that a female? Male dispersal from Madison Pack. Another male dispersal. Maybe he's following this elk herd too. Maybe we'll run into him. Alright, elk, where are you? Do we see them? Not seeing them anywhere, so they might be further than we think. But we'll keep following it. Ooh, a little sip of water, that would be lovely. Helps our stamina up a little bit, and our hunger sometimes. It'll up our hunger a little bit as well. They are farther than we thought they were. The scent seemed like they were closer. That's the male wolf. Oh, here we go. Here's some tracks. It seems like he is following the elk herd as well, or he's trying to. Oh, there they are. Okay, do we see a wolf around here anywhere? I'm not seeing a wolf around here. So we've got some room. We could chase them down here, but we might try to turn them around. Hello. That big bull elk. Come on, guys. Let's give them a little growl. Spike elk. Ooh, that was a close one. Okay, they're starting to run now. We just don't want to get trampled. Okay. I think they're running in the direction we want as well, which is great. Look for babies holding their heads very, very high. This one's holding its head high, it seems. Excuse me. Oh! Wow. That's rude. Let's get a little nibble. Oop! Don't want mom to hurt us, though. This baby seems weak. Oh, it's not that weak. Okay, well, let's keep looking. That's an option. And we'll let them run a little bit, and we'll chase them a bit. Hopefully we don't go into rival territory, because we don't want to deal with that. Let's see here. You kind of got your head high, but not really. Was that a baby that fell? Oh, you're perfect. You'll be fine. Oof. Oh, my goodness. Mama's very angry at us. I was in a trot. I was not in a run. Get a bite on it and run away. Here we go. Go ahead. You can run. Go on. Let's get in there for that third bite. There we go. We got 3 on them. Hello, Mama. I know you're angry. But I do need to eat. And I need to find a mate, so... this is what I must do. Oh, we're on the rock. Trying to intimidate the elk by jumping off rocks. Let's hold in there for that third bite. There we go. Oh, missed us. That's good. Let's get this little... it's almost down. Patience. You gotta be patient. I mean, that's like real life for wolves as well. You gotta be patient. You don't want to bring it down in the water. So let's let it come up here a little bit. Mama left it behind. She knew you were a lost cause, my friend. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's go ahead and eat. Awesome. You learned to hunt. You've learned the basics of hunting. Keep improving your skills. You'll need to be an excellent hunter to keep your pups alive in the spring. Find a mate. Winter is coming, so it's time to start looking for a mate. Out there you'll find dispersal wolves like yourself who have left their family pack in search of a mate to start a new pack with. If you venture into other packs' territories, you'll meet wolves who will fiercely defend their territory, and some who you might be able to persuade to leave their pack and become your mate. Male wolves are more likely to disperse than female wolves, so you'll find more males amongst the dispersal groups. Oh, interesting. And more females interested in courtship in rival packs. Courtable wolves have the red heart above their wolf icon on the compass. Howl and nearby dispersal wolves will howl back with a white icon marking their location on the compass. Rival wolves may also howl back, and if within 2 kilometers, icons will mark their locations as well. Use emotes, social actions during courtship to persuade other wolves. Genetic diversity helps produce healthy pups. Neighboring pack dispersals may be more closely related to each other, and thus have lower diversity. Also consider coat color. 2 black wolves tend to have smaller but healthier litters, while 2 grays, or a black and a gray, will have larger litters, but some pups will be more susceptible to disease. Complete this quest by getting a mate. So I think we might try to look for another black wolf, potentially, to be our mate, so that we can have smaller litters but healthier pups. Because dealing with disease, especially if we're going to be denless and we're going to be moving around a lot with the pups, dealing with disease on top of that will be very stressful. It will be very, very stressful. And it'll make things so much harder. So I think maybe we'll look for a black wolf, potentially, to be our mate. If he's at least a 2-star diversity, we'll do that. But we'll keep an open mind, though. Who knows? Maybe somebody else will persuade our Aurora. We'll have to see. Let's howl and mark up this carcass here. There we go. We're gonna go down and get a drink. Oh, there's somehow, there are the red hearts. There they are. It's probably because we hadn't finished our quest yet. But we have now, so. Let's go ahead and take a meat chunk. Nice big meat chunk again. We're gonna move just away from the carcass so nothing disturbs us. And I think for now. We're gonna leave it off here with our beautiful Aurora. I'll leave this episode off here. We've been able to successfully have 2 successful elk hunts. They went really well. We didn't take too much damage, which was good. We did end up meeting 2 male dispersals, Timber and Cole, which we named. And they're from the Fawn Pass Pack. Timber is a 4-year-old and Cole is a 2-year-old, and he seemed very, very friendly, Cole. He was kind of, he was rolling over and showing us his belly. He seemed very friendly, so maybe we'll go out searching for him, or maybe we'll run into him again, who knows. But I'm excited to see where this is going to go and who Aurora is going to end up with. And then eventually, of course, getting into raising pups and starting that spirit challenge is gonna be something. It's gonna be difficult, but I'm very excited to get into it. So we'll see you next time. Have a great day, everyone. Say bye, Aurora. Bye. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.